What's up, T.O.Gs? We're out here on a ride this afternoon on a road that I've never been on my motorcycle. So we're fit and have a little fun today, and just excited to be out on a Sunday in June. And let's pull up the temperature, because this is something to behold in that month of June. It is 71 degrees about. It is just perfect. Granted, it is only 11:07 in the morning, and it's bound to get up into the 80s, maybe 90s today. But we're out beating the weather, beating the summer that is approaching here in Northern California, and just enjoying this ride. But guys, I recently hit the big number 40. I am 40 years old. Oh, whoa! You know, this is kind of an age that I've dreaded ever since since I hit 25. I thought, 30 is going to be okay. All throughout my 30s, I thought, I feel great. And obviously, I've only been 40 for 2 days, but I feel great. I don't feel any different. It's one of those things. My daughter asked me the day after, how did it feel to be 40 for a day, Dad? I said, it doesn't feel any different. And I have a strong resolve to make my 40s just as great as my 30s, just as great as my 20s. The 20s weren't so good, but I did get married in my 20s, so there is that. But I have a strong resolve to make 40 great and just as amazing as all the other decades of my life. But it begs the question, because I still do so many things that I still did in my 20s, some of the things I still did in my teens, and I should specify, I still play video games. I just got a skateboard right before I turned 40, and if you haven't already watched my video on me learning how to skateboard, check that out. I'll put a link right here so you can check it out. But yeah, I still feel so young at heart. Nice. Little airstrip right here. I feel great. I feel healthy. I feel strong. I still feel young. And my boss, who is amazing, she has been one of my favorite bosses that I've ever had. She was saying how that 40s were her best decade, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. But the question that I'm going to pose here for all of you, and maybe who haven't hit 40 yet, who are in their 40s or the 40s or beyond them, is, when will I grow up? No, this is a serious question though, and actually I've talked to someone fairly recently that I went to high school with, and she's a successful business person in the community here that we grew up in, and she said the same thing. Like, when am I supposed to feel like an adult? We all have kids, but we still, at least me and this awesome woman that I went to high school with, we're adults, right? Numbers wise, and we've got kids, so obviously we're adults. But I still feel young, and I still feel like a child at heart. And that's not to say that I'm definitely immature. Still, but that's what happens though, right? Look, as an actor, hanging out, most of the time I'm hanging out with people who are almost half my age, if not half my age. And it's, but what is immaturity? When we talk about being immature, I'm talking about, having a sense of humor that I feel like doesn't age. Do I like to tell a dad joke every once in a while? Of course I like to tell a dad joke every once in a while. I tell plenty of dad jokes, keeping a sense of humor, still playing video games, now riding a skateboard, riding my motorcycle as much as I humanly possible. You stay young, and you stay young at heart. And to me, I don't know when I will ever feel like a grown-up. And I've said this to people before who are more grown-up than I am, who have been like, well, you're a grown-up, you've got kids. And it's like, yeah, sure, I've got kids. But if anything, having my kids has made me even more, immature is really the wrong word. but has made me more young at heart because they keep me young. I love playing with my kids. I love being my kids' friends. Does that mean that I'm not a dad to them, and I'm not a person that teaches them lessons, and I'm not a person that leads by example? Of course not. I feel like I'm a good dad, and I love getting compliments from teachers and from other parents about how well behaved or how good my kids are. It's a great compliment, but that doesn't mean that I can't still feel young. So we'll make this a shorter video as best as I can. You know how long-winded I like to be. But I'll pose the question to you. You don't have to put your age, but how every decade has affected you. Put that in the comments. How did you feel at every decade, at every turn of your next decade? And do you still feel young at heart? Now, I would venture to say that if you still ride a motorcycle, or you're watching this video and you're still riding, that you do still feel pretty young at heart, right? I think riding keeps you feeling young. It keeps you active, right? You've got to have some pretty good reflexes to ride a motorcycle. And really, it's just fun. So that it tells me that you're still out there having fun at whatever age that you're at. So leave it in the comments. I'd really love to get some feedback from you guys. And I gotta get better at asking for the feedback in the beginning, because I think that most people don't make it this far in the video. So here we are, asking for the last 10% of you who still watch my videos till the end to leave feedback in the comments. But please do it if you can, or if you are so inclined. But also, if you like this video, make sure you tap that thumbs up down there, which is the like button. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Guys, if you are out there riding, be safe. And if you're not riding, get riding. I'm that one guy, and I am out.